Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnava. Parabrahm, Param means the chief. Param. Param Brahma. We are all Brahmas. Aham Brahmasmi. Every one of us living entity, Brahma. But he is the chief Brahma. Just like everyone, just like you are all Americans. But your president is the chief American. Do you understand? Similarly, Krishna is the chief Brahma. We are all Brahma, but he is the chief Brahma. Is it clear? Yes. That's all. That this boy hears very nicely. He does not go away. His first impression he gave to other God brothers. So I shall make him disciple. It is very what he said. I did not follow him in the beginning. Philosophical speaking, and I was a new boy, I could not follow him. But actually, I was so much glad to hear him. That was my qualification, whatever you may say. I was simply asking, Ben, Guru Maharaj will speak. I will speak. And I will sit down and go on hearing. And I understand or not understand. Others will disperse. I will not disperse. That he marked. Yes. First, there was first one instance. At that time I was not initiated. There was a circumambulation of whole Vrindavan. So, although I was not initiated, I was one of the important members of that. So I thought, let me go, what these people are doing, circumambulating all over Vrindavan. So I went to Mathura. Then I went to the Vrindavan interior, which place was known as Kosi. So in that Kosi, one of my godbrothers declared that Prabhupada is going tomorrow back to Mathura. So he will speak this evening. So anyone who wants to hear him, they can stay. And others may prepare to Wow. Sit down.
Two people just came.
All right.
The boys downstairs.
Yes. So they were to go to see some other temple which is called Seshai temple. So although I was new man, I did not like to go to say the Seshai temple. I decided that I shall hear. So at that time, I was new, so some of my important God brothers, they were sitting like this, and I was sitting. At last, I say. But he knew that this boy is new. Everyone has gone, all others, except a few selected, God brothers. So he marked it, that this boy is interested to hear me. So hearing is very important. Hearing, just like Arjuna heard from Krishna. So on. Because I was serious of hearing, and therefore now I am serious about kirtanam, means speaking or preaching. Do you follow what I say? Yeah. So one who is serious about hearing, he can become a future nice preacher. Savanam Kirtanam, next stage is develop. That is development. If one has actually heard nicely, then he will speak nicely. Savanam Kirtanam, Smaranam. Then consciousness will automatically develop. Because when you speak or when you hear, unless your mind is concentrated, your consciousness is right, you cannot rightly hear or speak. Savanam Kirtanam Smaranam, Padasevanam. And then the development, how I shall serve Krishna. Krishna is so loving, Krishna is so great. That will automatically come. Not silent, but activity. Padasevana means that activity begins immediately. In this way, last item in Sarvatma Sapana. Sarvatma, Atma Samarpana. Dharmatma Samarpana. Bali Maharaja's life. Giving. And then when Bhamandev asked, now Bali Maharaj, you have lost everything. Still I have got another leg, another foot to place. Yes, there is one thing. It is my head. Come on. So everything is there. And Lord Bhamandev, yes, you have now purchased me. You have now purchased me. So I shall remain your doorman here, standing always to give you protection. So Krishna became purchased by him. And he remained his doorman. Yes, his mercy. Dari means doorman. So, by serving Krishna, nobody is loser, he is gainer. He is gainer. Permanently, eternally. And we do not know what is the value of that gain now, because we are materially covered with things. Service means just like service in this world. This service is Maya. Nobody will be satisfied. Nobody. You cannot satisfy. Neither you will be satisfied. The best example is in your country, that your President, Mr. Kennedy, he gave you the best service, and the result was that you killed him. You or some of your members killed him. That means his service was not appreciated, although he gave his best service. Similarly, in the material world, whatever service you render, there is spoiling time. But you render service to Krishna, you will be satisfied, Krishna will be satisfied, and as Krishna will be satisfied, everyone will be satisfied. So, take to this Krishna consciousness service by hearing, by speaking, by remembering, by giving active service, by worshipping, by making friendship, and after all, everything for Krishna. That is perfection. Now these new boys have come. Let them question and I shall answer. That will be nice. You have heard something about Krishna consciousness, right? So, where from this letter?
Persian sent me. Persian sent money for tickets to go to class.
He has sent the tickets?
Money.
So, engage all yourself in the service of Krishna. It is very pleasing. And what is called encouraging, enlivening. After too much material enjoyment, the next stage is frustration. That stage is coming to your country. Therefore, the boys are becoming hippies. After too much material enjoyment, the next stage is natural, frustration. There is a good example in our country. One Mr. C.R. Das, he is a great leader next to Gandhi, important political leader. So he was on the topmost of, he was lawyer, barrister. He was earning $50,000 daily, monthly. Very rich man. And he was making charity and he was spending like thing. He was drunkard number one, woman hunter number one, and everything. Because he had money, he could enjoy everything. But he was not happy. So one day he was sitting with his wife, just like in the street, he was looking over. So his wife asked him, his name was Chittaranjan. Chittaranjan, you are earning so much, you are spending. People are very much fond of you, you are a great leader. Why you always remain morose? What do you want to be? You have got now everything. So at that time, one mendicant, a sannyasi was passing. So Chittaranjan said, I want to be like him, then I will be happy. I don't want to enjoy, I want to be beggar like him. You see? So that time is coming to your country. So these hippies are frustrating. They are giving up everything. We can study their psychic movement. They are not satisfied. That is the main principle. That is natural. To accept adversity voluntarily. Adversity. So there is frustration. But before reaching to that point of frustration, if you take to Krishna consciousness, then you reach the real standard of happiness. Because everything belongs to Krishna. I shall give you another example. Suppose you have stolen something from somebody's house or some friends. He'll not be happy, even possessing that thing, stolen property. But if someday you become to return that thing to that friend, he'll be happy. What do you think? I agree. Yes. Then you feel relieved. Therefore, the real thing is that everything belongs to Krishna. We are artificially enjoying the stolen property. Therefore, if you go on enjoying like that, then this frustration will come. But before coming to that frustration, if we return this property to Krishna, then it becomes. So best thing is to return everything to Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. And he will not be loser, he will be gainer, just like Bali Maharaj. Actually, if you think, everything belongs to Krishna, nothing belongs to you. This is Maya. Krishna's property, you are thinking mine. Is this land of America belongs to you actually? It is stolen property. You have stolen from the Red Indians or from Krishna. Everyone is, not you, everyone. Somebody is claiming this much my property, somebody is claiming this much my property, but this much or that much, everything belongs to Krishna, it is stolen property. There is another example in Indian words. जो हीरा चोरी किया वो भी चोर, जो खीरा चोरी किया वो भी चोर. Hira means diamond, and khira means, what is that called? Cucumber, small. So if somebody has stolen a cucumber from other's tree, so he is captured. And another man has stolen some diamond, he is also arrested. So from the police, both are thieves. If the man says, oh, what I have stolen little cucumber, it is nothing worth, not even 2 cents or 1 cent. Why you are arresting me? He is thief, he has stolen big diamond. No. In the eyes of law, he is also thief, he is also thief. Everyone is thief. Anyone who is not in Krishna consciousness is thief. He will not be happy. The best thing is to return whatever he has possessed. Krishna, it is yours, take it. Finish business. Manasa deha geha jo kichu mora, Deha Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song. Now, everything you possess in mind, actually you don't possess. Suppose I am possessing all this. As soon as I go from this body, all possession will remain here. I will not take anything. So I don't possess, but in mind I am thinking, oh, this is mine, where is another box, why it is not coming? And possessing in mind. If I leave this body, either the box here or in the Chicago or anywhere else, what is the difference? There is no difference. But because I am possessing in the mind, that box is mine, so I am asking whether it is Chicago or it is here or it is there, why it is not coming? So, possession in the mind. Actually you don't possess. Manasa deha. So by that supposingly possessing, we have got our mind, we have got our body, then expansion of body, wife, children, family, society, country. In this way, we possess so many things. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the manasa deha jo kichmo. Now, whatever I possess, either in the mind or in the family or in the society or in the body, whatever I have got, I surrender unto you, my dear Krishna. Manasa deha jo kichmo. Arpinu tua pade Nanda Kishoro. Nanda Kishoro, the son of Nanda, I give you unto you. Maravi rakhavi jo ichha tuhara. Now whatever you like and do, either you kill me or you protect me as you like. You are the proprietor, you have a right to do anything. This is surrender. This is full Krishna consciousness. Now that is not possible immediately, therefore we have to practice. Sada tadhava bhavita. And if we die in this Krishna consciousness, jang jagam bhapi smaran loke tajatante kalevaram. In the particular type of consciousness, when one gives us this body, then he is transferred into that position, next life. So, in this way, Krishna consciousness, if we are able, sada tadvabha, by practicing always, constantly, that situation of consciousness, and then next life, after giving us, why next life? This life also. One person who is in always Krishna's service, this life or that life, he is with Krishna. He is with Krishna. Any person who is in Krishna consciousness is always with Krishna. Krishna is everywhere. I may not understand, but Krishna is everywhere. So you American boys and girls, you should take to this Krishna consciousness, you will be happy. Your position is to take up, because you are on the top of the material happiness. Now you take it, you will be saved. Otherwise, this frustration is coming. That will come. Just like Srila, he out of that frustration, he gave up everything. He sacrificed his life for political. Right. What is that value of that sacrifice? You may become a great man of your country in the estimation, or your people, but not in the estimation of Krishna. You may become a great man in the estimation of your country, but in others' estimation, your enemy, this man is dead now, our enemy is finished, that's nice. So there is another side, there is imperfection. Not everybody is satisfied by your service. But if you serve Krishna, everybody is satisfied. If you chant Hare Krishna and dance, nobody will be dissatisfied. At least they are just laying the paper. The boys are very nice. You see, you have seen. Instead of not very sympathetic, they have remarked this, these boys are very nice. So at least people will appreciate, these boys are, these Krishna conscious men are very nice. They do not smoke, they do not drink, they have no illicit sex life, they do not kill or satisfy the tongue, they are satisfied with natural food, and their behavior is very good. will deny it. And the other asset, they cannot estimate how much he is in contact with Krishna, the Supreme. That they have no estimating power. But at least they will appreciate these external features. One clergyman, while I was going to Hawaii, he was talking with me. He said, Swamiji, I have seen your disciples have a very nice face, glowing face. And yes, certainly there must be. They are making spiritual progress. So it is not difficult. It is very easy. If you take to this, you have everything sublime and your life becomes sublime. You haven't got to give up anything. The material needs are there. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. That is not disallowed, but adjusted for Krishna consciousness. We cannot allow eating, mating like animals, cats and dogs. No. That is not possible. He will eat, he will mate, but just like human being, civilized man. Then what is the distinction between animal and man if we behave like animals? Krishna, God, is pure. So if you keep yourself in impure condition of life, then how you can make progress towards purity, highest perfection, purity. Parabrahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavan. In the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is accepting Krishna. That you are the purest of all. If you are going to reach the purest of all, how can remain impure? When this tapasya, this voluntary restraint means tapasya. Tapasya, there is a word, Sanskrit word, tapasya. Tapasya means voluntarily restraining or accepting some suffering condition. That is not actually suffering condition, just like a patient. A doctor says you cannot take it. So he has the desire to take it, but doctor says that you cannot take it. Therefore he mentally thinks that doctor has restricted this, I am suffering. Actually he is curing, but he thinks that I am suffering. And when he is cured, he says, oh, doctor is a good friend. He told me not to indulge in this. Now I have done it, I am now cured. So tapasya means voluntarily one has to accept some so-called suffering that is required to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. Voluntarily acceptance, some so-called suffering. Tapa, divyam. That suffering is for transcendental realization. That is good. Tapo divyam jina satya suddhet. Suddhet means your existence will be purified. And existence purified means you advance to realize unlimited happiness. What is the disease? Disease means there is limitation of eating, limitation of sleeping, everything is limited. Limitation of mating. A diseased man cannot have sex life unlimitedly or whatever. There is restriction. A tuberculous person is completely restricted. He cannot have sex life. So that restriction is for curing him. And that cure means he enjoys whatever he thinks, enjoyment, that is unlimited. Jasmad Brahma Sukham Anantam, Brahma Sukham, eternal happiness, unending happiness. So, for acquiring unending, eternal happiness, if you have to accept some voluntary suffering in this life, everyone should do that. So, if you ask, you can ask some questions. Adu Gudbhasams Sadharma Pricha. If you go to a person, superior or spiritual master, then you should ask, you should be inquisitive for better understanding. Sadharma Pricha. Jigyasu. Jigyasu means inquisitive. Jigyasu Sriya Uttamam. Inquisitive for higher happy life. Inquisitiveness. So what is your inquisitiveness?
Would you say something about Christ and his relation to Krishna?
Christ?
Jesus?
Christ is Krishna conscious, that's all. You become like Christ, Krishna conscious. Don't you understand Christ that he is fully Krishna conscious? You don't understand it? Then you become like Christ, fully Krishna conscious.
What does Madhu Mangal mean?
And that is not a very good question. Madhu Mangal, I have explained when I initiated. Madhu Mangal was one of the friends of Krishna. That's all.
What was Arjuna's relation to Krishna? I mean, it's as concise as you can put it.
What was Arjuna's relationship to Krishna?
Friendship. That is also. There are 5 kinds of relationship. Just like God is great. That is simply feeling the greatness of God. Then when he feels exactly how God is great, then naturally there will be an inclination to serve God. That is called servitude. First, neutrality, estimation, that is called shantaras, neutral, no activity, but simply appreciating. God is great. Simply appreciation. And then servitude. When the appreciation is complete, why not serve God? He is so great. He is giving us so many things. Let me return something. Let me do some service. Servitude. That is further development of the appreciation of the greatness of God. And then further development is friendship. Friendship means, service means I ask you, please give me a glass of water, you give me. And friendship means you are thinking how my friend is, now he may be wanting a glass of water. But before asking me, if you give me, I think you may require a glass of water. That is friendship. Friendship means feeling friends' welfare always. Suhit. Friendship is not simply about chatting. Friendship is thinking how my friend will be happy. This is friendship. Then that friendship, when further developed, there is parenthood. Just like parents, they have no other consideration. They want to see how my child will be happy, always. And further development is conjugal love. Just like man and woman, male and female, that love. That love includes everything. That appreciation of greatness, that servitude of a servant, that friendship, that maternal love, and further offering everything for the lover. That is most perfectional stage of love. So in this way we have got 5 kinds of direct relationship, and there are 7 kinds of indirect relationship. That is not on the platform of love, that is on the platform of enmity. Just like Kansa. Kansa was thinking of Krishna as enemy. So he was also Krishna conscious. He was thinking of how to kill Krishna. So that is also Krishna consciousness, but indirectly. So there are indirect 7 rasas, ghastly, inimical, and sometimes seeing Krishna one loves, derided. In so many ways there are many indirect. Without relationship, nobody can remain. The 7 kinds of relationship are indirect. And 5 kinds of relationship is direct. So we want to be situated in the direct relationship.
All of the conditioned souls are in an indirect relationship.
Yes.
Everyone is in a relationship.
Yes. There must be some relation. Without relationship one cannot exist, because he is part and parcel. Just like persons in the prison house. They are not out of government. There is relationship with the government. But there is indirect. The criminal says, do not appreciate the service of the government. Government is bothered about his existence. Some extract, instead of receiving some service from him to the state has got to spend unnecessarily for him. That is botheration. So those who are in indirect relationship with Krishna, they are botheration. They are simply giving trouble to Krishna. But there is relationship.
Was the humorous a direct or indirect? One in humor?
Humor is practically in every direct relationship. And indirect also there is humor. I am thinking of you as enemy. That is also another type of humor. Yes.
Do the 5 direct rasas take place between jiva souls also when there's
Everything for jiva souls. All relationship. Krishna is one, the supreme. And all the jiva souls are part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore the eternal relationship is there. Now they are exhibited in these 12 kinds of humor, either directly or indirect. Jiva soul, part and parcel cannot be separated from the Supreme. The sun and the the light, electric bulb and the diffusion of light, they cannot be separated. But this portion is covered, it appears darkness. So when it is covered, that is called Maya. And he thinks that I have no relationship with God, or I am God, there is no God. This is Maya. He is covered. He cannot see. So he has to be treated by this Krishna consciousness treatment, and the Maya will be separated, and he will see, yes, I am part and parcel of Krishna. Then he comes to the direct relationship. Anyone, so-called, I would say, spiritualist or transcendentalist, if he is claiming that there is no God, I am God, there is hardness, these are all disturbing position. Different symptoms of this disease of Maya. It is disease. How one can think of that he is God? That means he does not know what is God. If I say here that I am President Nixon, would you accept it? Would you accept? Any one of you? If I say that I am President Nixon, will you accept? Why? 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 Why you do not accept me? I say I am President Nixon. Why do not accept? Why?
I would say you are if you say you are.
You don't have the characteristics.
No, that means you are not rascal. You are sane that you do not accept me as President. That is one thing. At least you are not insane. So if I say God and you accept, then how much insane you are? Just try to understand. How much insanity is there? One who is claiming that I am God and one is accepting that he is God. This is insanity.
Are we not all one?
Huh?
Are we not all one?
One is that is different thing. You are not one with President Nixon?
Yes.
Then who? Are you a President Nixon?
He's a human being. He's a part
That's
of
all right. He's American, he's human being. In so many qualities you are one. But you cannot claim for that you are President Nixon. You should understand in that way. In so many respect qualities you are one with God. But that does not mean you are God. God is one. That means you have no complete understanding. Just like in spite of your becoming President, American and human being, you deny to identify yourself with President Nixon because you have full knowledge of President Nixon and yourself. And as soon as you say, I am God, that means you have no full knowledge of God. You are insane. You do not know what is God. That very thing immediately asserts that you are unknown factor about God. God is said great, but you are claiming that greatness. That means you do not know how great He is. A teeny factor you are claiming that I am God, without having that greatness. That means insanity. The same way, if you claim that I am President Nixon, that is insanity. Similarly, God, He is how great He is, how much greater than President Nixon. You deny to become one with President Nixon and you accept to be one with God. How much insane you are. Just try to understand. Yes.
How many arms does Lord Nrsimhadev have?
and that he shall know later on. No, no.
I've read in Bhagavad Gita that he who knows the self does not do action nor causes action to be done. So, what is the spirit soul's relationship to actions performed both in material consciousness and in spiritual and Krishna consciousness?
Material consciousness means forgetting God. When one forgets God, that is material consciousness. Material consciousness is called Maya. Actually, one should not forget. But if he forgets somehow or other, that is material consciousness. Naturally, nobody forgets his father and mother. But if somehow or other he forgets, that is a special circumstances, and that is called Maya. Illusion. Just like any one of you who are existing, you must have a father and mother. That is a fact. Without father and mother, your existence cannot be. Now, if you cannot say who is your father and mother, if you do not know, this forgetfulness, this is called Maya. Actually, it should not happen. But somehow or other, if you are asked who is your parents, you cannot say. This is called Maya. But there must be some father and mother. Without father and mother, there cannot be your existence. You cannot deny that. You cannot say, oh, I have no father and mother. That is not possible. You may not know who is your father and mother. That is different thing. But you cannot say, oh, I have no father and mother. So this denial that I don't believe in God is existence like that, one who has forgotten his father and mother. But that is Maya. And that is material consciousness. Denying God in different way. There is no God, and that is also denial. I don't believe in God, that is also denial. God, there is impersonal, void. Anyway, whatever you say in that way, that is all insanity, Maya. Maya means insanity. Another meaning of Maya means insanity. Just like when a man becomes insane, that is false. It is expected that he should not be insane. By treatment he is brought again to his original consciousness. Similarly, Maya means insanity, forgetfulness of God. And by Krishna consciousness treatment he comes to the original consciousness, he becomes a cured man. Actually, Maya means which has no existence. Maya has no existence. But sometimes it is there. Just like the sky is covered. This covering is not reality. The reality is the sky, clear sky. But somehow it is now covered. You cannot see the clear sky. But there is temporary illusion. Now if I see the cloud only, and if I say, oh, there is no sun, there is no illumination, or there is no clear sky, that is insanity. Because I cannot see, under certain circumstances, I deny it, and that is no insanity. Therefore you have to approach to a man who knows that there is sunlight, there is sun, there is clear sky. If you go there, you require all this education. knowledge. By knowledge one transcends Maya or material existence. What is the difference between ordinary man and Krishna conscious man? They are also living in this world, in this apartment. Everything is being utilized like others. We are also eating, sleeping also. But what is the difference? Our difference that we accept that everything belongs to Krishna, others do not. That's all. That is Maya. Everything actually belongs to Krishna. He does not know. He thinks it belongs to me, or this is my nation, this is the country, this, that, so many things. It's manufactured. And we know the simple truth that everything belongs to Krishna. So let everything be offered to Krishna. That's all. Yes.
So we understand that under material consciousness, the living entity is being forced to act.
Yes.
His actions are quite automatic under the laws of material nature.
Yes. No, action is there. Because you are living entity, you are active.
Yes, but they're being dictated.
Yes. Just like a man in fever is talking nonsense.
Yes. Now,
So that is due to fever.
in Krishna consciousness, are the actions of the jiva similarly controlled by Krishna's superior energy?
Yes, certainly.
But everything's being controlled ultimately by Krishna,
Yes.
either by inferior energy or by
Yes.
superior energy.
Yes.
So his activities are never independent, either in
Never,
Krishna nor
never. That is his insanity, another. As soon as he thinks that I am independent, that is another insanity. He is under control. Just like the same man, he is thinking, I don't care for state laws. He is insane. He will be forced to accept state laws in the prison house by the police. But he thinks, I am still, he's slapped by the police. He says, I am independent. Go on slapping. This is insanity. Is it not insanity? The police slaps him and he says, I am independent. Do you think? Independence? That sort of independence we are having. We are kicked by Maya, always, and we are thinking independent. This is insanity. He does not think, when am I independent? I am servant of my senses. I cannot remain enjoying senses for an hour and I am thinking I am independent. That means insane. He cannot think properly. Where is his independence? Cannot be independent. He is born dependent because part and parcel of God. His constitution position is dependent. Just a child. A child declares independence. What is the meaning of that independence? Danger, that's all. Simply inviting dangers. A child wants, I don't care for my parents, I shall cross the road, I shall go everywhere. So if he is allowed to do that, that means he is simply inviting dangers. And if he remains under the protection of the parents, he is always safe. So these living entities declaring independence means he is insane. Different kinds of insanity. He cannot be independent. Let him think very deeply that he cannot be independent. He is thinking independent of God, but he is dependent on his sense pleasure, that's all. On some intoxication. He voluntarily accepts dependence of something, Maya. That's all. Who is independent? Is there anyone independent? Nobody is independent. The think of independence is Maya. The best thing is that I am dependent, let me remain dependent and properly. Then I am protected. That is Krishna consciousness.
Prabhupada, often will be...
So your question is answered.
Yes.
Material consciousness means thinking falsely independent. That is material consciousness. Falsely. He is not independent, but he is thinking falsely. This is Maya. Just like in dream, he is falsely thinking there is a tiger. There is no tiger. But he is actuated by this false impression. Oh, tiger is eating me, attack me, save me. So this material existence means, because he is insane, he is thinking there are so many problems. The tiger is there, he is attacking me, this, that, there are so many enemies, creating so many things. But they are all false. But he is attacked by that false hallucination, that's all. This is Maya. Everyone is thinking, oh, there are so many problems I have to solve, I have to make these, that, these, that, so many. But he has no problem. He has no problem. His only problem is how to accept Krishna. That's all. And Krishna is so kind, he says, yes, you accept me, simply chant Krishna, I am you, that's all. But I am so misfortunate that I cannot chant him. All problems solved simply by chanting Krishna. Itadisi tabu kipa Bhagavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us this. Oh, Krishna, you are so kind that you have come to me in the sound vibration word Krishna. I can very easily chant and you remain with me. But I am so misfortunate that I have no attraction even for this. You say people, you chant Krishna, you get everything, they will not believe it. If you say, you praise your nose, you pay me $50, I give some nice mantra and this, that, you make your head like this, leg like this, you say, here is something. Something. And this Swamiji says, simply chant Krishna. Therefore, Chaitanya says, etadisi tava kipa bhagavan mamavi duddhaiva. But I am so unfortunate that you have become so easily available in this age. But I am so unfortunate, I cannot accept it. That the Krishna consciousness so easily being distributed, but they are so unfortunate, they cannot accept. Just see. And you give them bluff, you cheat them, they will, yes, welcome, yes. They welcome it. And cheaters are always ready. There are so many customers who are being cheated. And let me take advantage of it. So my Guru Maharaj used to say, this world is the society of cheaters and cheated. The members are, somebody are cheating and somebody are cheated. The association of cheaters and cheated. So we want to save them from this society of cheaters and cheated.
Prabhupada often would be performing, doing something, some activity during our day, and so many things will go wrong, and we become frustrated,
Well, when one is a professional, there may be something wrong. That doesn't matter. But you try to discharge your duties rightly, whatever you are prescribed to do. Then everything will come to the right point. Your only business is to follow the 4 principles of regulative way life and chant Hare Krishna 16 rounds. So there may be sometimes mistake. That will be corrected automatically. Because we are coming from a different platform. So it may be, that is also stated in the Bhagavad. Apite sudurachara bhajati mamanannava sadhuriva samantam. If one is found doing mistake or doing something wrong, but because he is sticking to this principle of Krishna consciousness, he is sadhu. Sadhu means a holy man. He is holy. He is not doing any wrong consciously, but due to habit. Suppose just like most of you are in your formal life, you are smoking or taking intoxication. But by some influence, or if you sometimes take to it, yes, if you are conscious, I have done wrong, but that is excuse if you have done unconscious. But if you think that now I am Krishna conscious, whatever I do it is right, then it is great sin. But accidentally it happens, that is excused. Never mind. The accidental mistake is not dangerous. Willful mistake is dangerous. That we should be careful. We should be very careful always so that accidental mistakes also may not take place, but if it takes place, it is excused.
Can Hatha Yoga hinder or help Krishna consciousness? Or is it
Hinder, yes, because it is useless. Simply wasting time. You cannot perform Hatha Yoga in this age. You do not follow the rules and regulations. You are simply bluffed. Do you know what is the rules and regulation of Hatha Yoga? Actually? Yes. You have to select a secluded place. Hatha Yoga is not practiced in assembly of so many men. Just you go to a Hatha Yoga class, there are hundreds of members practicing, and he is collecting money, $5 per seat, and you are thinking I am practicing. That is useless, waste of time and money. Hatha Yoga is not practiced in that way. You have to practice in a secluded place, alone. Do you do that?
Yes, no, I guess it is.
It is very difficult in this age. Then you have to restrain yourself in so many things. Complete free from sex life. You have to eat under certain direction, you have to... So many things there are. These rules are not followed. Simply they have got some bodily gymnastic, sitting posture, they are thinking of practice. No. That is one of the items. So all the items cannot be observed in this age. Therefore it is wasting. He who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. This is the goal of yoga practice. So that is possible very easily by this movement, Krishna consciousness, not by any other process. But the ultimate goal is here. One should be always abiding with God, worshipping Him, loving transcendental service, and intimately united with Him. Intimately. This intimate unity means that 5 kinds of relationship. That is the perfection of yoga. This is when Krishna has advised yoga practice, Sankhya Yoga. You have Bhagavad Gita? See, there is Sankhya Yoga. You find in the 47th verse. This is the version.
There's no value in keeping the body fit through exercise?
Huh?
There's no value in keeping the body fit through exercise if you just...
Yes, you can become very healthy, but does it mean that health is the perfection of life? You mean to say healthy life will not die, will not change his body? So health is required, but health is not the ultimate goal of life. Ultimate goal of life is here.
The Buddha taught very similar things to what the Gita taught also, didn't he? Are there agreements there? In agreement in certain places with what Buddha taught and what the Gita teaches?
You follow Buddha?
No.
You simply talk of him. You practice Buddha if you appreciate him. You give up everything like Buddha and meditate. But that you will not do. And then what is he talking about? He is just talking about it. Do something. Either you believe Buddha or Jesus Christ or Krishna, do something. Don't talk, simply. Lord Buddha is very nice. He gave up his kingdom in youthful life. He was prince. He thought it is all nonsense. Let me meditate. Do like that. That is the disease. We won't do anything. We talk much of this, that. Do anything, but do it perfectly. Jack of all trades, master of none. That is not good. Be master of something. It doesn't differ. Either you follow Lord Jesus Christ or Lord Buddha or Krishna. It doesn't matter much. But do it perfectly. That is our request.